guys, good evening. My name is Fatimah Azahra, and today I would like to share a book that I really enjoy reading. The book is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. To be honest, I chose this book because the title caught my attention. When I first saw it, I thought it would simply be a story about a mysterious garden. However, after reading it, I realized that the story is actually much deeper than that. It talks about friendship, personal growth, healing, and how people can change when they are surrounded by the right environment and the right people. That is why I chose The Secret Garden for my reading report presentation today. The story follows a young girl named Mary Lennox. After losing her parents, she is sent to live with her uncle in a large mansion called Misselthwaite Manor. At the beginning of the story, Mary is not a very pleasant character. She is lonely, spoiled, and often rude to others. Because of that, she doesn't have many friends and spends most of her time alone. Everything begins to change when she discovers a secret garden that has been locked for many years. Instead of ignoring it, she becomes curious and decides to take care of it. While working in the garden, Mary meets Deacon, a kind boy who loves nature, and later becomes close to her cousin Colin, who has spent most of his life feeling sick and isolated. As they spend more time together, the garden slowly comes back to life. And interestingly, the same thing happens to the characters. Mary becomes kinder, Colin becomes healthier and more confident, and they both learn how important friendship and positive vibe can be. For me, the main idea of the novel is that growth and healing are possible when we open ourselves to positive experience and meaningful relationship. What I enjoy most about this novel was the character development. I like the fact that Mary's change did not happen instantly. She made mistakes, learned from them, and gradually became a better person. That made her character feel realistic and easy to understand. Another thing I liked was the message of the story. Even though the novel was published more than 100 years ago, its lessons still feel relevant today. Many people, especially young people, experience loneliness or insecurity. This story reminds us that support from others and a positive environment can make a big difference. And of course, the novel is not perfect. Some parts felt a little slow, especially in the beginning. Since it is a classic novel, the writing style can also be different from modern books. However, I think the strength of the story are much greater than its weaknesses. Personally, this novel left a strong impression on me. What I found most meaningful was the idea that people are not stuck being the same forever. At the beginning of the story, Mary was unhappy and difficult to like. If someone only saw her at that point, they might think she would never change. But throughout the novel, she grows into a much better person. And I think this is something that many of us can relate to. Sometimes we go through difficult periods, feel unmotivated, or lose confidence in ourselves. But just like Mary, we can grow when we are willing to learn, improve, and accept support from others. So, overall, I really enjoy reading The Secret Garden. The story may seem simple at first, but it carries meaningful lessons about friendship, growth, and positive change. What I like most is how it shows that people can improve themselves and find happiness when they are surrounded by support and kindness. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation has encouraged you to read The Secret Garden and discover its valuable message for yourself.